the land of San Domingo lived a girl called Oh by Jingo. From the fields and from the marshes came the old and young by gushes. They all spoke with a different lingo, but they all loved Oh by Jingo. And every night they sang in the foul moonlight.
Oh by gee, by gosh, by gum, by chub, by golly, by gum, by chub.
Oh by Jingo, won't you hear my love? Won't you hear my love?
We will build for you a hut. You will be our favorite nut.
We'll have a lot of little oh by gollies, then we'll put them in the follies.
Oh by Jingo said, by gosh, by gee, by golly, by gosh, by gee.
By Jiminy, please don't bother me.
So they all went away singing oh by gee, by gosh, by gum, by chub, by jingo. By gee, you're the only girl for me. By Jingo said, by gosh, by gee, by golly, by gosh, by gee.
By Jiminy, please don't bother me.
So they all went away singing oh by gee, by gosh, by gum, by chub, by jingo. Oh by Jingo, you're the one for me. Gee.
What, me?
Yes, you.
Thank you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, our next guest is not actually a guest. She's a member of the performances both for television and for sound. Here she is. She's going to sing Let the Rest of the World Go By, Miss Kaye.
With someone like you, a pal good and true, I'd like to leave it all behind and go and find some place that's known to God alone. Just a spot to call our own. We'll find perfect peace where joys never cease, out there beneath the kindly sky. We'll build a sweet little nest somewhere in the west and let the rest of the world go by.
With someone like you, a pal good and true, I'd like to leave it all behind and go and find some place that's known to God alone. Just a spot to call our own.
We'll find perfect peace where joys never cease, out there beneath the kindly sky. We'll build a sweet little nest somewhere in the west and let the rest of the world go by.
All the world's a stage, they say. Of that you can be certain. But once you've heard the cotton lot, you'll shout, rain down the curtain.
The theatre was packed from the pit to the stalls. The show was about to begin. The baritone villain stood there in the wings. On his face was a dastardly grin. The tenor had just finished padding his chest and was gracefully waving his hair. The overture started, the curtain went up. when the heroine cried in despair.
Oh, ring down the curtain, I can't sing tonight. The money back you'll have to pay. Ring down the curtain, I can't sing tonight. They've taken my false teeth away.
The manager said that the show must go on. Ooh, he was in a terrible rage. And the baritone gave the soprano a push that shot her head first on the stage.
You can.
Cried the tenor,
Strike one your own side.
as he picked himself up amidst cheers.
Hooray!
He said,
What's to do? What has happened to you?
and the heroine cried through her tears.
Oh, ring down the curtain, I can't sing tonight. Oh, dash it, I wish I was dead. I can't sing tonight with my tonsils in sight. I haven't a tooth in my head.
The baritone entered, the audience booed. Ooh. The young hero cried out, "Not yet!" The villain said, "Stay!" But the maid answered,
Nay, I must go and find my top set.
the tenor and baritone both drew their swords. They were fighting a terrible duel. The heroine cried,
Help me, oh, what shall I do?
and the crowd answered, "Get in there and bite him, you fool!"
Oh, ring down the curtain, I can't fight tonight. My lover, he surely will slay. He's armed to the teeth.
I shall cut, oh my girl, for it's more than you are anyway. The heroine swooned on a velvet settee, but jumped up again with an
Ouch!
which rapidly turned to a cry of delight, for there were her teeth on the couch. The lovers embraced as she slipped on her teeth. She turned with a smile on her face. Then she opened her throat and she let out a note that smashed every glass in the place.
She will sing tonight.
But somebody yelled in dismay, "If that's how she sings when she's got her teeth in, for heaven's sake, take 'em away!"
Oh, ring down the curtain, it's perfectly plain. The soprano has sold us a pup. Her false teeth were loose, so there wasn't much use in ringing the flipping thing up. Ringing the flipping thing up.
Well, now, tonight I was going to play for the first time on record one of my own compositions on the piano. But I don't want to steal the thunder from our next guest. Here's someone who's made a fortune out of ivory, bashing it. Ladies and gentlemen, Russ Conway. bad, not bad. But listen, is that the lot?
Not yet, Mr. Cotton, not quite yet. Don't forget, we still have our duets.
You mean you and I must sing?
I mean just that very thing.
Well, I regret, Mr. Conway, nothing said.
Aha, but never mind, Mr. Cotton, never mind. You will find if we're feeling so inclined, words will tumble from our lips.
We shall sound a pair of drips.
But that's the kind of word that we must leave behind. Just think of us as Bill and Russ, a double act that's aiming at the top.
Or Russ and Bill, an act that will, without a song, be wrong enough to flop.
Without a song, our act could never end.
Without a song, we wouldn't have a friend.
Just scrape along without a cent to spend.
Without a song.
What are we talking about? That's defeat, Mr. Cotton, that's defeat. Just repeat to yourself, there's no retreat.
You mean let's put up a fight?
Well, exactly.
Well, all right, I'll compete till success is quite complete.
Fine. Now imagine it, Mr. Cotton, our names up in lights. Conway and Cotton, the two C's.
Just a couple of Charlies, eh?
Success, followed by success.
Until what?
Until we retire.
They'll never let us go.
They'll have to. But what will they do without us?
It'll leave a big gap.
Yeah, well, you speak for yourself. What will they do without us?
Who will there be after me and Russ?
Where can they see so much genius?
What will they do without us? What will they do without we?
You're quite right, Bill. Who'll be a thrill after Bill and me?
Who'll have our skill and ability?
What will they do without us? The entertainment industry will be so frantic,
losing all the talent that is us.
But Bill, you're such a personality,
and you're so romantic,
with song and dance and music as a plus.
Very good. You played that very well, Mr. Conway.
And I must say, Mr. Cotton, you conducted yourself very, very well. It just shows you, Mr. Cotton, what will they do without you?
If you weren't there, mate, who else would do?
Well, I suppose at a pinch there are one or two who might partner me without fuss.
Oh, yes?
Well, there's Max Bygraves, Harry Seaton, Norman Wisdom, and Alma Cogan.
Huh?
And she's prettier.
Well, there's Samprini, Winnie Apple, Bill McGuffey, Jimmy Logan.
Hey?
He can play the piano and smile.
All right. Tony Hancock.
Joe Anderson.
Jimmy Edwards.
Fred Emney.
Do you mind? He speaks very well about you.
Well, I reciprocate.
Bill, mate, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Yes, mate, I am.
We say, what will they do without us?
Expect them to make an enormous fuss.
But from the names we have mentioned, it's obvious, though we'd hope to excel, it's quite easy to tell. They would do very well, only too well without us. Lovely, Bill. Lovely. But you know, there's one thing, Bill, there's one thing that everyone loves about you.
What's that, Russ?
The sunshine of your smile.
I love the sunshine of your smile. I love the laughter in your eyes. In every dream I dream of you. You are the one I idolize. Nobody fills me like you do. You turn the gray skies into blue. For you always make my life worthwhile with the sunshine of your smile. And sweet and what's a daisy, I like your
the hour when we must say goodbye. Soon you'll be sailing far across the sea. Thank you, lady. While you're away. Thank you, lady. Oh, please remember me when you return. You'll find me waiting here